Get ready with me while I tell you about the time my dad and I got stranded on the side of the highway. A few weeks ago, my dad was driving me back to school from a weekend at home. We like to leave super early in the morning so that we can beat traffic. It literally takes like 45 minutes off the drive. We left at like an obnoxiously early hour. We're about a third of the way into our drive when all of a sudden the car starts to sound like it's struggling. Luckily, we were in the far right lane. My dad was able to just pull off onto a shoulder of the road, but we were like on the highway. We stopped the car and my dad decides to turn it off and see if he can turn it back on. Surprise, surprise, car does not turn back on. He turned our hazards on, like obviously while the car was slowing down and all this, but now we don't even have enough power to keep our hazards on. Like they just won't turn on. So it's morning, but it's early in the morning. It's like pitch black outside. People are zooming past us and we're like, what are we gonna do? So we ended up calling the roadside assistance number and they said they were gonna dispatch someone to come help us. The problem is they didn't have an ETA of when that person was gonna be there, but it's not like we could go anywhere anyway. So we sat for like 2 hours and then finally the guy got there. He basically told us that all he can do is try to jump the car, which we were already a little bit iffy on because my dad replaced the battery like 4 months ago. Normally car batteries last a lot longer than that, but we tried. It didn't work. Hooking it up to his battery gave us like a little bit more power. It got us enough for the lights to turn on, but the car still wouldn't start. My dad and I had already been hypothesizing that instead of a battery issue, it was gonna be an issue with the alternator. I don't know a whole lot about cars, like I can jump a car and change a tire, but that's it. From my understanding, the alternator is basically what powers the battery. So if your alternator's shot, you can't get any power to your battery, which would explain why even though he had it connected to his truck, it still wouldn't start. So he went off on his way and we called our insurance. Luckily, they were able to dispatch a tow truck. Oh, surprise, surprise, we waited for another 2 hours. When the tow truck guy got there, realized that he only had room for 1 passenger. Dad and I grabbed all our stuff, sent him on his way with the car now, and walked to a gas station nearby where we got an Uber. Uber took us to a car rental place where we then rented a car and my dad drove me to school in the rental car. The car was towed to a dealership where hopefully they're gonna be able to fix her. And we received confirmation that it was indeed the alternator that was broken. So my dad and I were right. But yeah, we're hoping she gets fixed because we've had that car since I was like 5 and I'd really rather not get rid of her. So fingers crossed. Anyway, thanks for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. Hope everyone has a marvelous day and your car does not break down on the side of the highway. But now you know how to handle it if it does. Mwah.